Welcome back to Wrestling UK. This is the review for Clash. This not preview. Obviously, this is the review for Clash in Paris. PLA again, really good. Again, really interesting, good event. Really good PLA again. It was a really good period because one, the matches were really quite. Some of the matches were really good. Like some were really good and some weren't brilliant. I think some of them were really good, but some of them weren't so good and a bit okay, a bit alright, But again, I genuinely thought some matches were really good. It's not all perfect, but some were some of them were written well, some weren't. But again, yeah, it's anyway, obviously we're getting to the thing now. Obviously getting to results. Obviously, who won, who lost, and all that stuff. Really, obviously getting to obviously. Obviously going to the first one. Going to the first one. So obviously Roman Reigns. We're getting to the first match. Obviously getting to the first match as you were. Obviously Roman Reigns defeated Bronson Reed. Obviously defeated Bronson Reed. Obviously Roman Reigns defeated Bronson Reed. Obviously, again, you think, you know what? Obviously, match one, Roman Reigns defeated Bronson Reed. I mean, you know what? Me personally, I didn't see that announcement personally. I kind of had an idea, not an idea, but I kind of had an idea that that would happen because I thought, hey, Bronson Reed was going, oh, like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the Shield phone or whatever. But again, I thought, you know what? Like, like that, he's been confident, great, but his confidence will get him, will make him lose because he's like, and then obviously, and basically, the brilliant bit, I think, in that match for basically Roman Reigns, as he faces for him, basically, he puts, I can't remember the moves, I forgot now, but the move basically puts in like, it's not a headlock on, it's like I think it's a raised edge or something like that, I can't remember what it's called now, basically, that, basically, but he was like, yo, I was like, seriously, for him, and stop it, you betray me and all that. Oh, I just thought, me personally, I thought I was bringing that bit because, like, that's the first time we've seen Roman Reigns do. That's the first time we've seen Roman Reigns do something like that because he's never really got. Listen, I'm not saying he would. I'm not saying he's never done it. No. Listen, me personally, I don't know if he's never done it before. I don't know, but again, I just think it's amazing because that's the first time I've seen him ever do that because I've never seen him do it before. I've never seen him do that. Like, oh my god! Like, you've seen Roman Reigns come back here to who he used to be. Like his character, a few years ago, probably back in 2000 or something like that. But again, me personally, I thought this match was really. I thought this match was actually was a generally really good match again. I thought the right first match was quite good again. Obviously, because he obviously had Bronson Reed, obviously of the Seth Rollins new fractures when they also Roman Reigns obviously of the bloodline, form of the bloodline, not bloodline god, but obviously of the not bloodline god, but obviously I think not bloodline god, but obviously you obviously had Roman Reigns, obviously the original tribal chief, obviously the original tribal chief, obviously the one got back. So again, me personally, you know what? I'm so amazed and glad that he won because I personally thought he deserves one because he's a brilliant. I feel like Roman Reigns is a brilliant. I think obviously Roman Reigns is an absolutely brilliant wrestler because he's so good. I've been wrestling. I was doing his job being wrestler. He's so good doing that. I just thought, wow, it's incredible. Yeah, but again, obviously, yeah. Let's move. Okay. But let's remember, you know what? I thought this match was a really good. Was a really good. Was an absolutely really good, exciting, enjoyable match because it was. Listen, in my opinion, I thought. In my opinion, I think this match was absolutely generally really good, exciting, enjoyable match. Again, a really good one. Again, I only seen parts because obviously it was on live, so I was doing some other coming now. Basically, when that was scene of rain of it, that match, I thought, oh my god, so good. I genuinely thought it was a really good match, but yeah, obviously that was a really good match. That was good. That second match of the night was the WWE Tag Team Champions, obviously the WWE Tag Team Champions. Wyatt is it what I think I say Wyatt 6? Is it obviously the Wyatt 6? Obviously defeated Street Profits, obviously again. Now I think the Wyatt 6 is a really weird. Again, gets me. But you know what? That's better. Obviously, no, I mean no. But the you know what? What I absolutely loved about the Wyatt 6, the Wyatt 6 are a really good tag team because like their story, you know, he's going to yeah. I think obviously they've been named after the late I can't remember his real name now. Obviously, late Bray Wyatt again. An absolutely legendary, absolutely brilliant rest of his time again. Again, so I died at a really, untimes, but time happens. Like, but again, it's wrestlers. It's confirmed it'll happen. But again, but to me, now, listen, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys because I'll be honest with you because what. But again, guys, I don't remember seeing this match. So again, I'll say what I think of it. But I'll say say what the general sort of say about it. But again, listen, Sally, I didn't see any match. So what if I say? So listen, Sally, guys, I didn't see any match, so I can't say anything about it because I didn't see any of it. But again, I believe the match was quite good and interesting. What I've heard, what I've heard online as for that apparently is a really good match. Again, obviously, I can't say match because again, I can't. So because again, I didn't see it full of it. I didn't see the full match, so again, I got saying. But I believe like offline, I've heard offline, and I've heard of YouTube and offline. Not sure, I've heard of like on the internet and offline. I've heard like not obviously online. I've heard a lot of things. Apparently, it was really it was a really good, decently good. So that's okay match really again. I believe it was that again. Obviously, I believe the Y6 was again. But you know what? I think it sounds like a really good. It really sounds like a good. Like a really good, decent. It sounds like a really good, decently okay, good match again. Not amazing, but a good match. It's a good match. It's a good match again because it was again really good match. But yeah, yeah. Obviously, Wyatt 6 won that one. Well, from some he's off because I forget. Alright. One. So just he's done. Yeah, okay, it was the third match of the night. So that's the third match. Obviously, the third match of the night was the women's continental champion Becky Lynch defeated Nikki Bella again. Becky Lynch is getting really. I don't say she's getting like bad, but basically, obviously, you're seeing the incident with. Obviously with Ozzy Osbourne's family, and obviously basically Becky Lynch said something really I personally thought was disrespectful. I was like, okay, that's you are going a bit of a line of like offending someone there because that's not and I'm not gonna go because again that's not my talk about something like that, but again, but let's be obviously Becky Lynch fitting Nick Bella again. But let's be what I thought this match was really quite good and this match was quite this was quite a good interesting match because again, obviously Becky Lynch obviously wants to remain women's intercontinental champion. Then obviously you also had Nikki Bella, like obviously Hall of Fame Nikki Bella come back to WWE obviously to compete for the title. Like this again, you think what? You think Nikki Bella, she'll go on win this because she'll want to win, prove it she still got it and all that. She's still got it as you were, but again, I thought like I thought Nikki. I think based on a moment in this match where Nikki Bella had a really good chance to win this match and try to get the title to win it into the women's intercontinental obviously championship as well. But again, obviously Becky Lynch again. Gives me, but you know what? I think Becky Lynch obviously is a very, very good women's wrestler. I think Becky Lynch is a very, very, very good women's wrestler because she is. But again, me personally, I think the character of Becky Lynch. I think the wrestler and then obviously the character of Becky Lynch. Again, me personally, I think the character and the wrestler of Becky Lynch. Again, she did an absolutely amazing, brilliant job. Obviously playing that character, that role. Again, I love the fact she does it really well. She does. Again, I don't like obviously. Oh. I was going to say something else, I'm not going to say it. But obviously, but get me pissed. You know what? Right, I said, oh yes, yeah. I forget what I'm saying. But obviously, but no impress. You know what? I thought, I thought Becky Lynch did a really good job in this one again. She did a really good job when this match she did again. To me, you know what? I was really hoping Nikki Bella would beat Becky Lynch because again, I actually want to see Nikki Bella win a title again. I'll imagine seeing her win a title again. I know Nikki Bella gets a lot of head. She gets a lot of hate really, but again, Nikki Bella, by the way, I watched God, it's not sure. It's not, it was on, remember E, years ago? It's called The Bells, and oh my, it was really good. Total Bells, an amazing job. Basically, you're seeing what she's like in real life. It's like, wow, she's a person. You go, oh my god, she's like a nice person. Like, but again, I think like WWE, she's nice, but and then outside, so against it's on level surf that. But again, me personally, you know what? I was really hoping that Mickey Bell would win because again, I really wanted. I was really rooting her to win, but sadly, sometimes in matches, sometimes having WWE matches, this happens where if the script says Becky Lynch wins, she wins, and then if they say lose, she loses. Bella wins, and then that happens. But again, is it annoying? Yeah, it is. But it's results. Obviously, it's a result of the match, and then that's it. We move on. But again, me personally, I thought this match was really good. It was a really good, interesting match. Again, I was on Nikki Bella, but again, obviously Becky Lynch did a really good job in the character and all stuff in that match. But yeah, she did a really good job. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm done. So guys, we'll get back to me. Just gonna mark this off. So mark it off. Don't forget this one. All right. Okay. Obviously, then I was number 4. Obviously, Rusev defeated Sheamus in an good old fashioned Donny Brooke match. Now again, I have got no idea what that match was until I basically I do remember seeing a match like that once when I was like, again, listen, I do remember seeing that match. I do remember seeing a match like that. Like, so I do remember seeing that match. I do remember seeing a match like that once. Can't remember. I remember seeing it was really good, bad one. Basically, you know what? Basically, they have like the barrels, they have that, and then they have basically all the props like like a bar, right? It's really good how it's made, and basically you got every single thing they use to beat their opponent with, and just do that again. Really good match. Yeah, obviously, sadly, obviously Rusev beat Sheamus in the good of Donny Brooks. Obviously, get him out. But the thing about keep with me, you know what? I was really gutted to see Sheamus do that. I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm not a fan of Sheamus, but I was gutted to see Sheamus. I was like, oh my god, I was really rooting for Sheamus to win that. I was really rooting for Sheamus to win the match. I was really rooting for Sheamus to win the match because it was. I was like, oh my god, I was really rooting for Sheamus to win it as well because it was. I was like, oh, he's gonna win it. You imagine he's so annoyed, angry, he's so angry, annoyed, and frustrated as you imagine, and he wants to beat Rusev because he's what he's done to him and all that. Again, but you're thinking, right? But again, obviously, because I watched documentary on Netflix. I think still on there and watch that. It's called Unreal. Basically, like WWE behind things. Yeah, all of it is it's scripted, really interestingly good. Again, I think WWE obviously are written and scripted really well. Again, the way he does it, and I think like the way Triple H does it, it's wow. Just oh my god, just Anyway, wrong about that, but obviously, yeah, not wrong about that now, but yeah, there you go. But obviously, but obviously, me personally, I think that this match was a quite, it was a good slash decently okay slash alright match again. Wasn't most of it was, I think I was, but obviously, it might be, but obviously, it might be, I think this match was a good, decently okay, not okay. I think this match was an interesting good. I think not just good. I think this match was a good match, but also in the same way it was also I thought that. I thought this match was a good match, but again, I thought there was moments in it where it wasn't great. Again, there's moments where it was. I think there was also moments where it was good, and there was moments where it wasn't so good, and where it went a bit. Obviously, it wasn't so good, and then obviously it went good again. So again, this match to review because it was a good match for me because it was, but again, it was also bad. It also wasn't a great match in a way because it wasn't. Again, I think in a way it was a good match. I think in a way it was a good match, but also in no way it wasn't a great one because it wasn't like, oh yeah, that's quite good. That's the one I'll get people watching. Like watching again. You're thinking like the big matches we've had over the years in like WrestleManias. The other ones like Classic Paris more recently, and then obviously I think they got their it's called WrestlePalooza, I think it's called, which I'll be doing brief for that as well as channel, so doing that. But yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, obviously Rusev got his first victory. Now listen, I never knew that Rusev never got a victory with Sheamus ever, but this is the first time he's done it. I never even knew that. I was like, oh, I never knew that. I was like, the math thing is, some things I don't know. I was like, oh, I never knew that. But yeah, interesting. One on. Right, okay. Right, okay. But obviously, yeah, yeah. Obviously, then the fifth match tonight was John Cena defeated Logan Paul again. Me personally, I always had a feeling that John Cena would beat Logan Paul because you just think of John Cena how long he's been wrestling WWE I think he's worked for I think he's been a wrestler. I think he's been wrestling work. I think obviously he's been wrestling work to WWE for a long time because again he's been here for that long. He's just again I look at John Cena. You know what? I'm so glad to see John Cena turn from being heel to a babyface because I thought, you know what? He's not a heel. He's a babyface. You don't like. I feel like listen. Okay, you know what? I think. Okay, you know what? I think WWE not doing good, but I think like WWE saying, oh, you know what? John Cena's not a heel. He's a babyface. You can't really have him as a heel because if you do, like basically, I remember watching. I think it was past few WWE events, and I was like, why you basically, I know it's right. Listen, listen. In fact, you know what? You can just tell his face he doesn't like it, he's not enjoying it. I think, do you just make him a babyface again? Because that worked for him. People, I think like, something I was like, when he turned babyface in that moment, and obviously in the, I think it was, obviously when he played, not playing against, but I think like when he not playing against Conor, but I think like when he fought, I think it was Coro's, yeah, but I think like when not Coro's gone, I think when he fought not Coro's gone, I thought when I think a match where he went against where he fought Corey Rhodes, and I remember watching, yeah, basically where he just did that. I was like, you know what, right move, right place for him because he's not a heel. He never was a heel because John Cena is a really good like person, and I feel like listen now. You know what? I've never just seen it, but I imagine when you meet him, he's a really good, nice person. But again, I think his character, but no, basically, But I was like, no, I mean, no, I mean, no, like obviously his character should be that as well because then I feel like the WWE fans will start, to. Well, actually, we'll start live again. I feel like WWE fans like myself are obviously going to know. Well, we won't hate him as much. We'll start liking him. We'll start like John Cena a little more. We're not going to hate him as much. So obviously, then we won't hate him as much. So we won't hate him anymore. We start liking him again. He's a good guy. Again, I think that image suits him better because if you don't have it, it's really don't work. Again, obviously, I think now he's got the YouTube Logan Paul again. Obviously, again, I'm just gonna say, I'm not saying anything I'll ever do. I will get in deep trouble with YouTube and other things, so I'm not saying anything. But again, me personally, you know what? I thought this match was a really, really extremely good match. Again, this match, in my opinion, was an absolutely amazingly brilliant match. Again, it was really good. It was a really good match. Again, you had John Cena, 17-time champion, obviously last world champion, as he said before. Obviously, last world champion, as he always says now. Then obviously, got Logan Paul, obviously, want to prove obviously can do it. But again, in my opinion, you know what? I thought John Cena, I thought Logan Paul did have moments where he did quite well because he did. But again, there's also moments where I thought John Cena, like the old John Cena was come back, the one who would just have got Logan Paul, and I've been pinned as you wouldn't just do that. But again, me personally, what? I thought this match was an absolutely brilliant, amazing match. But again, it was a really good match, a really good, enjoyable, exciting match. Again, it was the one that, in my opinion, pulled a lot. Not pulled a lot of people. In my opinion, this match is a match that got a lot of people just because it was that good a match. You go, wow, you don't ever see matches like this anymore because these matches are like rare. You don't see them. These matches are very good like that. So again, me personally, I thought it was a really good match. But again, that's just my opinion. Again, you guys loved the Messiah, but again, in my opinion, I thought this match was really good. So yeah, and obviously that's obviously the fifth one. But yeah, very good match. Done. All right. So obviously, done. Oh, is it done? Well, that's just what's going to put it for. Didn't see me do that, you know, sometimes because that's got. I think what I see me nose then, didn't mean to do it since I've got it to you know. Obviously, the sixth match, obviously the sixth and final match of the night was World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk and LA Knight and Jey Uso in a fatal four-way match. Of course, yeah. Now I think now this match was quite interesting, and I thought this match was quite good and interesting. And I thought there's moments where it got quite dark. I was like, oh, okay, this is getting like wow, like we're getting to really like the nasty dark side, like the nasty side of it. Now we're going, wow, we're getting really deep into the nasty side of it. I was like, okay, not great, but again, obviously again. Now I think now obviously if you obviously watch the event itself, obviously you watch the thing on, like you watch the thing on, you watch the thing on Netflix as well. Not Netflix, obviously you watch it, obviously you'll know more now. Basically, Becky Lynch is wearing a black, obviously wearing like a black like zip hoodie or black hoodie anyway, with obviously a thing over him, and then basically she comes behind CM Punk and well hits him in a place where I don't want to say what it is, but she hits him in a place that is, we all know where she hits him, where she hits him as you were. But she does that, and basically Seth Rollins goes into win. Now again, me personally, I thought that match was a good match, but I also thought it wasn't a great one because again I thought they kind of, I'm not saying they made it look cheap because obviously they didn't, but they kind of made the end of it not brilliant or great because I think they kind of made the ending of that not the ending. I think they kind of made the ending of that match quite not as good as they usually make it. I feel like normally WWE and Triple H. I say Triple H, yeah. So okay, so I think like basically not basically not Triple H, not Triple H, but not Triple H, but you know what I mean? Like, well, not Triple H, you know what I mean? Though, like normally they make those matches like normally WWE and obviously Triple H, they normally make those matches really, like, oh my god, like just last minute. Basically, I think now. Let's remember, you know what? I thought there was moments where obviously where they had the last minute things like, oh my god, it's getting good now, we're getting so good, and then the fact Becky came around and did that again, that was quite good to see it. But again, there's moments in the match where it wasn't as good, but again, there's moments where it was good. But again, it's really weird to talk about because it was a really weird match to try and review because it went it went good and then went not as good and then went good again and it just went. Then got really interesting towards the end. It's like, what's going on here? Like crazy, But yeah. But I think, but obviously in general, I thought the match was a decently good slash, it was a decently good match. It wasn't amazing, but you know what? It was a decently, good slash brilliant. It was a not brilliant. It was a decently good slash all right match. Really. Not right match gonna, but you know, not right match gonna, but you know what I mean. No, it was a decently, good slash all right match. It wasn't amazing, but again, it was in general. Generally, I thought it was still a good match. It was, but again, it wasn't as good as you thought. Oh, it's gonna be this, gonna get this, but yeah, I thought I think obviously in general, not general gonna, but obviously in general life, generally I thought the match was. Again, I'll say it again now. Obviously, it was a decently good slash, it was decently good slash all right one. Again, it wasn't amazing, but again, it was, it was general. I think in general it was decently good slash all right. Really, it wasn't amazing, but again, the end of it was quite good as well. But again, I'd probably say it was a decently good slash decently all right one. Maybe again, I don't know what to say it, but it's in those words really. But yeah. Obviously, let me thoughts comment. Obviously, let me thoughts comments below. What do you think? Do you think it's a good match, a bad match? Do you think I'm overrating a few of them or not over it? Or do you think I'm underrating a few of them or overrating a few of them? Do you think the rest did well, not well, or do you listen? And also, what was your favorite match of the Clash of Paris? Was it the first one, the second one, the last one, or any of the matches before then? Which one was your favourite? Obviously, I'd love to know. Obviously, and also what match was your favourite as well? Because I'd love to know. But obviously, listen, if you want to see more great videos likes of obviously like not obviously like WWE previews and obviously like reviews of the PLE as well. So that you want to see more great videos like that as well. So you want to see more great videos like that as well. Obviously, yeah. If you want to see more great videos you want to see more great videos like that as well. You know what? I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to obviously to Wrestling UK. Obviously, and also don't forget as well. Make sure you press the notification button as bell. Also, make sure. Nothing also gonna, but I think like also don't forget as well. Also, make sure you press the notification button as bell. If you've subscribed already, go and press the notification button as bell. If you've not, go and press the subscribe button and press the notification button as bell. Make sure you go and do that because that's obviously you want to hear about every single video I do for channel as well. So again, I'll do all great. I'm thinking maybe do all great things in the video channel in the future maybe, because again I'm hoping that we can do more great things with this because I'm really passionate about this as well. So, but yeah, so for obviously, yeah. And also make sure you go and press the notification button. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe button, press the notification button. I spell at youtube.com. Myself, obviously. Yeah. Obviously, the thing and it also massively helps channel keep going, improve, get better, so we can do more great videos like this. So yeah, I'd really appreciate you do that as well. So yeah, you know what? And I'd really appreciate if you would share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter.com, share it on Twitter.com as well, share it on there. Don't forget to share it on any of your other socials as well. And share it on there as well. So yeah, don't forget to give a like, leave comments like I've said, and that's it.